A good day to each and everyone, especially to Sir Felix. I am Ana Marie J. Marigaleos, AB English 2, and now I'll be talking about the genres of literature. It seems like there is an infinite amount of genres of literature, but in reality, there are actually many subgenres. These subgenres stem from the three primary forms of literature, which are the fiction, non-fiction, and poetry. So now let's talk about fiction. Fiction is one of the most popular genres of literature. Fiction who features imaginary of literature. Fiction who imaginary characters and events. This genre is often broken up into 7 subgenres, which are the fantasy, realistic fiction, historical fiction, sci-fi or science fiction, folktales, mystery, and adventure. Nonetheless, there are more than just 7 types of fiction, ranging from romance to graphic novels. Unlike fiction, non-fiction tells the story of real people and events. Example includes are the biography, encyclopedia, magazine, brochure, memoir, autobiography, textbook, research reports, newspaper, editorial, essay, how-to, almanac, atlas, and advertisement. So let's moving on to the last genre, which is the poetry. The third genre of literature is poetry. In this style of writing, and often the words are arranged in a metrical pattern, and though it is not always in rhyme verse, includes are free verse, list poem, poem of address, narrative poem, structure, couplet, haiku, cinquain, diamante, acrostic, and bio poem. So let's moving on to my report, which tackles about the narrative poem. The narrative poem is a poem that is written from a different point of view. First person poems use the word I. It is personal because an individual is speaking to us. Secondly, is the second person. Use the word you. It is intimate because it's like speaking to someone in the room. In third person poems, use the words such as he or she, it, they, or so on. It is like speaking to someone who is not there with you. For me, a narrative poetry is a form of poetry that tells a story, often making the voices of a narrator and characters. As well, the entire story is usually written in metered verse. Narrative poems do not need rhyme. The poems that make up this genre may be short or long of the story, and it relates may be complex. For example, a poem about the greedy dog who tells about the dog. We see in this example how the author narrates he or she's poem about the dog. Let's moving on to couplet. It is a form of poetry that uses 2 lines that rhyme. Couplet refers to 2 lines of poetry that follow each other and rhyme. For example, double, double, fall, and trouble, fire burn, and cauldron bubble. These famous lines are an epic example of rhyming couplet, as you have surmised. From the name, rhyming couplets are 2 lines that rhyme, but they also often have the same meter or rhythmic structure in a verse or line. Second is the haiku, a type of poetry from Japanese culture. It consists of 3 lines. The first line has 5 syllables, the second has 7 syllables, and the other one is the 5 syllables. Haiku doesn't rhyme. It is meant to point a mental image. Haiku are typically about nature, so haikus are written as a subject of nature. It consists short lines that do not rhyme. For example, butterflies are cool in the big huge green forest. They fly up so high. Now let's turn into cinquain. Cinquain is a 5-line poem. The line 1 has 1 word, subject or noun. Line 2 has 2 words, adjective that describe line 1, and line 3 has 3 words, action verbs that relate to line 1. Line 4, 4 words, feelings or a complete sentence that relates to line 1. Line 5, 1 word, synonym of line 1 or a word that sums it up. A cinquain is an individual word or a phrase or a sentence line five synonyms of the title are a word that's very similar to it. A cinquain aesthetically has vivid imagery and is an attempt to express a specific mood or emotion. For example, my deductive form is flowers, wherein the first line is a flowers is colorful, fragrant, and the second line, swaying, growing, blooming. The third line, make me feel happy. Fourth line, blossoms. In this example, I tell what is flower mean to me. Turning now to Diamante, a 7-line poem in the shape of a diamond. A line 1 has one word, subject or noun that is constructing to line 7. Line 2 has two words, adjectives that describe the line 1. Line 3 has three words, action verbs that relate to line 1. Line 4 has four words, nouns, first two words relate to line 1, last two words relate to line 7. Line 5 has three words, action verb that relate to line 7. Line 6 has two words, adjectives that describe the line 7. And line 7, one word has subject or noun that is constructing to line 1. A Diamante poems in a poem that are made of 7 lines of words that are arranged in a special diamond-like form. It is follow a specific formula. This type of poem not contain rhyming words. The first line of this poem will contain a noun that represent the main topic of your poem. As an example, we will use the noun smile. Two words that describe a smile are happy and warm. Those words will form the second line in this example. In third line, three verbs that end with ing and describe a smile are welcoming, inspiring, and soothing. The center line of the Diamante poem is the transition line. It will contain two words, the first two that relate to the noun in the line 1 and two words into the second two that relate to the noun that you will write in line 7. Again, the noun in line 7 will be the opposite of the noun in line 1. In line 5 will be similar to line 3. It will contain three verbs ending in ing that describe the noun you will put at the end of your poem. In this example, the final noun is frown because it is the opposite of smile. The words in our example poem are disturbing, deterring, depressing. In line 6 is similar to line 2 and it will contain two adjectives that describe frown. In this example, our words are sad and unwelcome. And lastly, in line 7, it contains the words that represent the opposite of our subject. In this example, the opposite word of smile is frown. Moving to acrostic, a poem in which the first letter of each line spell a special word. For example, the word Anna, which is A stands for ambitious, and stand for natural, N stand for nice, and A stand for artistic. Turning to now in bio poem, a poem in which a person is described in 11 lines. First name for adjectives, brother or a sister of, lover of, three different things that the person loves, people's three different feelings and when or where, who gives three different things the person gives, who fears three different fears the person has, who would like to see three different things the person would like to see, who leaves a brief description of where the person lives, and in the last line includes the last name. A bio poem is a simple poem written about a person and it follows a predictable pattern. A bio poems generally don't rhyme and they can be autobiographical or biographical. For example, I use my name, Anna, and it describes who I am. So, the first line is, I am funny, nice, and friendly. The second line, I love my dog, Mai and Ali. The third line, the three emotions I feel the most commonly are happiness, excitement, and frustration. The things I fear the most are nightmares, worms, and snakes. Who loves reading fiction books and watching Korean dramas night and day. Who loves herself than anybody else. Live in a simple, happy life with her family. and include her last name is Madrigalejas. This is a type of example bio poem that I made that tells about myself. And I hope you get my point in this presentation. That's all of my report in general soft literature. Thank you for listening.